Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show, The Matt's Voice. Here in the studio today, I am joined by my co-host, Reina Armandadis, and two of our very special guests.
That's right, everyone. So today we are going to be bringing in our winners for Mr. and Mrs. Matador. And honestly, I thought the competition was really, really hard. I didn't even know who was going to win. Fun fact, me and Anna were basically the hosts there. And it was really fun.
It was really great. Yeah.
I honestly really, really liked it. Joining us today, we have our AWC Mr. and Mrs. Matador. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you for having us today. We're very happy to be here.
Okay, we're happy you guys are here. Firstly, we want to say congratulations on winning this year's competition and being crowned as AWC 2024 Mr. and Miss Matador. I know it must have been tough competition for all the candidates and contestants involved, but you two came out of the top of all. I mean, there was a lot of talent. I saw painting, makeup, singing, dancing, and jumping. So, how does it feel to be Miss Matador, Melody?
It was a really wonderful experience, and it feels really awesome to be able to represent my school in a way that showcases it as one that is full of talent and education on a variety of important topics.
All right. And Carlos, what about you? How does it feel to be Mr. Matador?
As for me, I would have to agree with Miss Matador over here. It is wonderful and amazing to be able to showcase to the rest of the world and our city, our state, that our school is well-versed not only in educational programs, but also in great talent as shown by us and our competitors this year. I'm hoping that by this time next year, when the competition comes around again, we'll have a bigger turnout and we'll have more people participating than this year.
All right, so looks like we're going to have something to look forward to for next year's competition. But before we start talking about next year's winners, let's just kind of give like a little run through a bit to our listeners that weren't able to compete, that probably wanted to compete, or people that weren't able to be there to show up and watch you guys. Can you guys give us a little introduction about you guys? Like, can you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves?
So my name is Melody, and I'm currently a student at AWC studying nursing. So I cannot say enough good things about the program. It's a bit intense, and it goes by so quickly, but it's also so wonderful to be able to learn about how the body works, how to take care of vulnerable populations, how to promote wellness. When I'm not studying for my next exam, I'm either singing in the car or I'm working on my graphic design or artistic skills. I love editing so much, and how you can turn something like a photo of the most simple form and you can turn it into something totally different. My mind honestly is a portal, and it's never quiet in there. There's always ideas running through it, and filming as well. And taking photos serves as an excellent outlet for me to showcase what's on my mind or how I feel.
Look at you, Miss Matador, being such an inspiration to our current and future nursing students. We should take this as a reminder that even though our classes may be intense and fast-paced, we should still take some time and sit down and refocus our mind when we need it. How about you, Mr. Matador? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Carlos Canchola, and I am currently completing an associate's in general science here at AWC. My goal is to get a degree in public health, and once I have my degree, head into the military where I can hopefully secure a long career within the medical field. Currently, I volunteer here with SGA and the Student Activities Board here on campus, so you might see me helping them with various events and occasionally appearing on this same podcast as well. I also like to help out small businesses outside of AWC to organize bigger events and let them know like what we do here on campus, if we have any sort of opportunities for them to have sponsorships and donations, all that kind of stuff. Like Melody, I am also usually found singing or spending time editing photos and videos in my spare times, but unlike my fellow winner here, I also like to spend my time playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, board games, or sometimes even card games like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! My stance on either of those topics is really that I feel like more people should give it a try. It really helps people's creative flow, honestly. Like, because you're put into situations that maybe you wouldn't really, realistically, you wouldn't be in, honestly. But it kind of trains your mind to be able to think on the fly and be able to make decisions that need to be made.
Wow. It's so great knowing that this year's winners are doing so much to help our community here at AWC. Honestly, it's impressive for both of you. Thank you so much. And out there in the real world as well, For those who you may not know or may have not been in this show this year, Reina and I were the lovely co-hostess running the show last night, which we had brought it up at the beginning of the show. I want to say to everyone that competed that night, they did great. They did amazing. Honestly, there was so much talent, and it was really fun to watch. I'm really glad that a lot of AWC students went there, and we also had like food and snacks, and they really enjoyed. People seemed like they really enjoyed the show. There were a lot of great talents, and we hope to see even a greater amount of talents next year.
Speaking about talents, though, both of our winners are really, really good singers. Guys, actually, you guys did an amazing job. I loved it. And really made the competition really difficult for the judges that night. Starting with Melody. Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
How long have you been singing? And would you say that singing is a natural born talent, or did you start like working on like skills and stuff like that to start singing?
Mm-hmm. So as I mentioned during the show, I come from a very musical family. So I grew up in church. My family is a very musical one. So my aunts and my uncles, they all sing beautifully. My dad is a musician. He's a singer, but his main talent is music. He can play about almost every instrument you can think of. So the musician in him, he wanted me to have a role in music. So growing up, he planned to have me sing one day, but I got ahead of him. I grew up, like I said, I grew up hearing all my aunts, my uncles, and my dad, everybody around me singing. So I think about the age of 3, one day I decided to go up to church and grab the mic, and I started singing, and my dad, he was like, wow, like, I guess she's going to like singing. So ever since then, he started training me. He started teaching me how to sing as I grew up. It started getting a little tougher because I feel like being the beautiful singers that they are, they had very high expectations. They would correct me if I wouldn't do a vibrato right. They'd be like, do it again. Practice. You sang that too high. That you sound dead. Do it again. Like, there was really high expectations. So I feel like I definitely was not born a natural singer. I loved it, but I feel like my aunts, my uncles, and especially my dad kind of molded me into the singer that I am now. I feel like I have a lot left to go, but definitely my dad played a huge role in how I sing.
All right, that's beautiful. What about you, Carlos? How long have you been singing? And would you be based for like skill, talent, hard work on both?
I've been singing similarly since I was 3 years old, but both in English and in Spanish. When I was younger, I also had an experience in church where I went up to the pedestal, the altar, and sang in front of the crowd. But here's the catch. When I got up there, I was like 3 or 4 years old, somewhere around there. I can't remember when, but my mom remembers this really clearly. She'll throw it in my face. But she says that I stood up there and I froze.
You didn't sing?
I did not sing, no. What happened, though, was because of the crowd, I turned around to face away from the crowd, and I just started singing. And I had, I want to say 20 or so gospel songs memorized or something like that at that young age. I want to say that stage fright since then, it's still with me to this day. How I learned to get past it was through years of choir, years of training. I have been in choir from the 6th grade all the way up until my first semester here consistently. I did take 1 year sabbatical to try out another musical talent. I wanted to learn to play guitar, so I took 1 semester of guitar, but that's for another day. I would like to think that per my singing, it's a little bit of both. It's a mixture of talent and hard work because, I mean, for one, a little 3-year-old, going up to the altar of a church and singing songs memorized to everybody there, that's talent there.
Yeah.
But in order for me to have maintained that and kept that, I did have to go through a lot of training, a lot of vocal training between, again, 6th grade to now. Even now, I like to occasionally do some breathing exercises that I used to do then and some warm-up exercises that I learned when I was in high school. I do want to take some time to thank my closest mentors that really, I feel like, impacted my life a lot, because not only did they teach me I can just be in choir and be myself in front of others, but also like they taught me a lot of lessons that even I use to this day. I'd like to thank my high school choir teacher, Timothy O'Brien. He's an instructor at Gila Ridge High School, and he helped me through some really tough times. In high school, he helped me with a lot of my vocal training. He even taught me music theory, even though that was not part of the curriculum. A little bit. Mm-hmm. And I would also like to thank Professor Deltrina Grimes, who is currently in charge of the choral arts of our music program here at AWC. She taught me that even though like I may have a specific voice or a specific tone, she taught me how to really turn my voice into a powerful sound and a unified voice with my fellow singers.
What year did you graduate?
From
high school.
High school? I graduated in 2019.
Okay, yeah, because I was in Cibola Choir, and I remember one time at the choir festival we were performing. You guys sounded really good.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it called? I remember, like, my choir teacher taught me something similar as well. I feel like I learned that, too. I remember they were teaching us, like, there's a difference between powerful singing, like you said, and yelling. And I feel like that's something that definitely stuck with me, like you said. There's a big difference, and I feel like when you learn how to showcase that powerful voice, it really makes a big difference in how you sing.
Your guys' teacher was Mr. Shoes?
Mr. Straup.
Straup.
Yeah.
Wait, Schuster's the one from Glee, I'm pretty sure.
He was awesome, though. He was honest, but yeah, you guys did awesome. I remember, I think it was between, like, I think it was down to Cibola and Gila Ridge, and you guys did awesome. I remember we were crying, like, oh my gosh, we're not going to, because you guys sounded awesome. Can't remember who won, but you guys did awesome.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We did not like you guys, not because of your singing.
Like
your singing was amazing. We hated your costumes and your outfits.
Oh, we hated y'all too.
We had black dresses, no?
All the glitter.
Oh, like, yeah, I remember. I mean, because I went to Cibola too. I graduated in 2022. And, like, I remember, like, the dresses are, like, I didn't see, where's the seasoning? Where's the spice?
It was really pretty. Y'all had really pretty uniforms, but let me tell y'all, we had to clean that auditorium after y'all left. The glitter was everywhere. But
do you remember who won?
Tell him.
I don't think he does.
Tell him.
Actually,
was it you guys?
I think we ended up winning. I'm gonna be honest. But however, that's not to put you guys down. I remember, like, trust me. I remember a few of me in my class, we were, like, crying because we got so self-conscious because, like I said, you guys sounded awesome. Like, you guys sounded powerful. And I remember Mr. Stroud kind of had to comfort us, like, you know what, it's okay, you guys. Either way, I'm proud of you guys. You guys did awesome. We were so happy, to find out that we won. But honestly, either of us would have been, like, very well deserved.
Was this the year that Cibola didn't have an auditorium? Was it that same year?
Because we came all the way to Gila Ridge. Remember, we came on the bus and we performed.
Yeah, but I know for 1 year, I think like a pipe burst or something in the Cibola auditorium.
I don't know.
I remember that year. I remember that year y'all did great, but Yeah, you guys were our biggest competitors.
You guys
in
were a suit.
the
You guys
choir
were
fest.
awesome.
Thank you.
So I guess they knew each other before they even won.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to say that both of you guys sounded amazing and that there's no doubt on why you guys both won. Thank you guys for both coming out here and, answering our questions. And I just want to congratulate you guys one more time for being
Thank you.
our AWC 2024 Miss and Mr. Matador.
I know. We wish you guys so much luck in your classes, and we hope to see you guys, both stop by next year competition. Maybe you guys will be like
Handing down the crown to someone else, maybe, or I don't
We might
know.
need to get a new crown.
Yeah.
Oh, they might want to compete again. I mean, if you guys don't compete, it would be nice, from last year competition to give the crowns to the.
That's why I said hand it down.
Yeah, that's. Let me repeat that one more time. You know what? Anyways. It seems that all the time that we have today. So thank you guys, all listeners, for listening to us.
So join us next time because we're gonna bring in a special guest, and he is gonna be Rafa, and he's gonna be talking about camp and CAMSA with us to see. I don't know, maybe you guys want to know some resources that they have, and maybe just join their club in general. But yeah, thank you guys for coming
Thank you
again.
guys. Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.